friendly as Dash of Dave. He'll take some scraps and bits of this, turn them into something you can't miss. Junk journals, tapes, and crafts galore. He'll have you begging, show me more. Oh, Dash of Dave, oh, what a sight. Mixing colors, day and night.
Hi everyone, it's Dash Dave here, and I am back for another crafty video, and I'm going to move my mic so it's a little bit lower, so hopefully you can hear me still. I don't know why I'm singing, but I am. It's 2026, and I'm in the mix. Oh, Dave, don't start with the rhyming. So, we made this on Monday. Okay, you don't want to know the disaster I had with that video, but for somehow I managed to record the whole thing in slow motion. So I had to then go through the process of editing it, cutting bits out. It might look a little bit choppy, and that's because if I hadn't cut it down, it would have taken far too long to render, and YouTube probably would have rejected it because it would have been like an epic. It would have been like War and Peace. Obviously, I wouldn't have played it in slow motion. Nobody wants to listen to me 4 hours talking. It's alright, I haven't slowed it down, I'm just playing. Anyway, where are we? We're in 2026. It's going to be a good year. Why is it going to be a good year? Because I have a positive mental attitude. Or I'm positively mental is probably is probably more likely the case. So we're making this, and I was looking for this in the video, and I couldn't find it. So I found it now. It was not where I expected it to be. So anyway, found it. So this is what I meant by it's like a veneer. What's the word? A veneer of wood on a bit of craft card. And it comes in, well, I've used loads of it, so I've used lots of colours and things. So anyway, I wanted some of this, but like most of it's, except for this piece, which I'm kind of saving for a rainy day. No, maybe not a rainy day. Here comes the rain again, falling on my head like a memory. Anyway, sorry, I'm not Annie Lennox. I apologise, Annie, for that. This was way too dark. I mean, like, it looks like a zebra for a start. So, so I wanted to keep this. So what I did was I took some of the lighter colour. Let's see if I've got any of the lighter that I used. Lighter. Don't know why I said it like that. I just did. We just have to accept it and move on. I don't think we have got any more. Think I've used it previously. Anyway, I'll show you. So I tried experimenting with making it darker now. I tried this colour, which is, fine. That was a bit of this barley spray. It's barley husk, but it wasn't dark enough. So I went for a bit of vintage photo, and that gave me this. But I didn't use this particular piece of wood. Veneer, sorry. I use this one here, veneer. This here, veneer. Oh, shut up, Dave. So this is the colour it used to be. I left this bit specifically for you guys so you could see. And then I stained it with vintage photo. Why did I do this? Because I wanted it to have that feel of like old furniture, like stuff that you used to get in old shops, the really dark wood and that sort of thing, because that's what I was thinking I'm gonna go with on this. So what we need to do is we need to cover the side panels, obviously not the drawers, because no. I might, depending on my level of patience, I might try cutting some things on the thingies. Thanks for coming, Dave. Panels for the front of the drawers, but I definitely want to do the top, the sides, and then we made a little plinth, and I don't know where I have put the little plinth. Oh, it's here. It's got my water bottle on it. It's not a coaster, Dave, it's a plinth. So that's to go on the bottom, and I want to cover that, at least the edges, in something. It might not be that specific piece, because I'd like that to be on the visible part, so on the top. and maybe the side panels. But it'll be something of that ilk. I mean, we know how to darken it. It is a slightly different colour to this one. Well, it was a bit more beachy coloured initially, but I'm sure we could do something that looks suitable. I've decided not to do anything on the top because I think I'll leave it for now, and I can always add more at a later date. And I think I want to put some like advertising poster type things on the sides, as though it's come from a shop, so like a shop display. So that's what we're going to do today, and without further ado, do push pineapple and shake a tree. What I'm going to do first of all, I'm going to take some of the drawers out. I'm going to take my drawers off. And try not to cough. And just want to ink the edges of this so that they have a bit more, it looks a little bit older than just fresh cardboard, which I could have done before, should have done before is what I was going to say, but coulda, shoulda, woulda, didn't. All the same thing, really. So I will get do I want scattered pictures? Oh, it's not scattered, it's gathered pictures of the way we used to be. Whiskey watercoloured chestnuts on a chestnut tree. That's not the words. We're going to use this one instead. I don't know whether it's going to work. We'll just try. So I'm trying to get rid of the whitiness, which really I should have done before I stuck it together, but too little, too late. Here we are. We can't do much about it now. So I will just try and make it as dark as I can. Is there anything like... maybe it's because I'm not a Londoner that I love London so. I keep saying a lot, I'm sorry. 2020, oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Dave, you didn't really want to just splodge that, did you? What I can do is, oh no, that's not what I wanted to do. This is what I wanted to do. Maybe that was a good idea then, Dave. I'll just get the brush in between and try and get the white bits. You know, you don't want to see your white bits when you've been on holiday. Oh, you know why? Because I think it's the coating on here. It doesn't really stay. No, it doesn't. Okay, maybe not that then. Well, let's do what we can with what we've got, and then we will cross that bridge when we come to it. I don't mind that it's a little bit darker on one side now because it's going to look like an old vintage display, and it will have been, I was going to say haggard and worn, but it's really not a very nice saying, is it? Haggard. Where's the lid for that? On. It's on, Dave. Where's that come from? I have just literally, that's like almost like fell out of my eye. It's a little Brad. Janet. Let's do the time warp again. Anyway, Dave, shut up. I know somebody said you're missing the shut up Dave in the corner. I will get you another one. I will print some more of those things and we'll get that sorted. So excuse me, I needed a drink. So water it is. Nothing, as you can tell, I do not need anything other than water in my drink. I'm thinking I could put some alcohol in, but not a good thing. Not an easy thing to say. And I haven't had any. Let me just see if I can get some alcohol. So I have teak wood and caramel. And I'm going to put my gloves on because we all know what I'm like with a bit of normal ink, and so you can imagine the state I'll be in with alcohol ink. I don't know why every time I say alcohol I feel like I have to say it like I've been drinking, and those of you that know me know that I don't drink. Well, I do drink occasionally. I haven't had anything drink-wise this Christmas. Last Christmas, I gave you my heart. No, last Christmas was the last time I drank any alcohol. So, oh no, it wasn't. I tell a lie. I do tell a lie. I beg your pardon. I had some at my nephew's wedding, which was in August. So I rarely drink, but for some reason I associate alcohol with the saying it like that. I don't know what it is. It's weird word association. Don't know. It's my. I can't. I've never claimed to be anything other than weird. So, but you know, you either love me or you don't. Oh, what was that? I don't know. My hip fell off. I don't know. What was it? Oh, and exciting news, although this might not be the time to use it. I found my little ink tray. I'm wondering if this will be stained by this, but you know, this is the time to. My little, not ink tray, Dave, what's it called? My little paint tray. You know, I was looking for it probably before Christmas. Oh yeah, when I was doing the houses. So I found it now, which is obviously a bit late for the house bookends, but we've got it. So, and I'm not worried about the colour not being the same, because insides of drawers and surroundings and things are usually different because they haven't seen the light of day in the same way, or the wear and tear, etc. So we're just gonna do it and like it. Sounds like a threat, doesn't it? We're going to do it and we're going to like it, aren't we? Yes, we are, Dave. I've just found all the little bits of fibre off that. Off the inky thing. What's it called? Not inky thing. What's this? Yeah, it is an inky thing, but it's not what I was thinking of. No, I'm going to stick with the caramel. I think the caramel is the right colour. Put some more of that in there. I have to use it sparingly. Sorry, I have to put it in the tray sparingly because it evaporates. It being alcohol. I think that's the reason why I say it like that, is because I don't drink very much, and so I'm so used to hearing people talking about how much alcohol they've drunk, and it's usually in that kind of way. So pop those back in there. Well, you know, I haven't struggled to breathe all day, and now I've started to do a video. I've suddenly become like this person that can't breathe through my nose anymore. I can't breathe through my nose anymore. It's like my 2026 is scuppering me already. No, it isn't. It isn't. It's positive. I think positive, Dave. It's going to be a fantastic year. We're all going to be healthy, wealthy, stealthy, happy. Well, it doesn't rhyme with healthy, wealthy, or stealthy, but it's the direction I meant. No, the sentiment, not direction, Dave. Idiot. Shut up, Dave. Yeah, where is that sign when we need it? Let's just hope it's going to be worth it. So you know, 2026 can't be any worse than last year, can it? 2025 was, well, for me it was dire, but we are thinking positive. 2026 is our year. The channel numbers are growing, so obviously like it if it's useful. If you listen to the last video when I was making this, you'll have heard that little ditty that I added. So, you know, I make my own little tracks and things write my own music and lyrics and stuff, and so yeah. So I've tried to put in a few random songs if I have to speed through things. So I've been singing that today, plus a few things from the 80s. In fact, I listened to Flock of Seagulls today, and you know what? I didn't even know who they were. Well, I knew of them, but some of the songs I thought, oh yeah, I'll remember this, but I didn't know who it was by at the time. I guess they weren't that big here. I think they were an American band. I don't know whether they're from America or Canada, or apologies if I'm incorrect, but I don't think they made it as big over here as you know, we had our own 80s bands in the 80s, obviously. We had our 80s bands in the 90s. No, we had our 80s bands in the 80s as well. So, but yeah, I mean, like, whilst I remember the songs, they weren't like the memorable ones like I remember, because that's what makes it memorable, Dave. I don't remember that one. It was so memorable. Nobody has ever said that, Dave. Shut up, Dave. Shut up with your stupid, inane conversation. Like it if it's useful. Anyway, shut up, Dave. Yeah, so the other thing I was singing was Ultravox. Dancing with tears in my eyes. I know it's not tears, I know it's tears, but you know, tears and tears, you know, I'm easily confused. Don't know why you'd be dancing with tears in your eyes. Or bears, it could be bears. Dance. Maybe I've misheard the lyrics all this time and it was dancing with pears in my eyes. Thinking of the memories of a life gone by. Don't sing that, Dave. So yeah, lots of 80s tunes came to mind when I was prepping for today's videos. So I've been singing away to myself. Like I say, I listened to Flock of Seagulls. Couldn't sing it for you now, which one it was, because something about running away or running far away or something like that. It was, I think. But don't quote me. Could be wrong. It was just, I just asked Spotify to play me something that was by the Flock of Seagulls, because I was actually cutting some paper up, and it was flocked paper, and I really don't like the feel of flocked paper. And then I thought of the flock of seagulls, and that was it. I was like, oh, I know of them, but I don't know what they sang. And then when I heard it, I knew what they sang, but I didn't know it was by them, which I've already explained, Dave. So talk about flocking a dead horse. Flocking? No, Dave. No, Dave. Again, shush. Shush with your insanity. Just randomly talking. I think that's what it is, Dave. You're just filling the void, and that's what I do. That's me. I like to. Don't like silence. Good job, really, because there's never very much around here. So it's one of those things I've been known for all my life, is the fact that I don't shut up. I have been... Is that a very British thing to say? Shut up. As in, quiet down. Stop talking. That sort of thing. Is it? Is it a British thing, or is it a universal thing that we say? And it's really weird. Shut up. What do you... Oh, I guess you're shutting your mouth, but it's just a random... One of those... You know when, like, you break it down. Break it down. No, you know when you break down, like, what... Not when you break down, obviously. or when your car breaks down, not when any of that happens. But when you break down why, like when we say something and you think, is that right? How did we start saying that? Why? Where did that derive from? I love that kind of. Is it etymology? I think it's etymology is the history of words and that sort of thing, and entomology is the study of insects and creatures, things, insects and creatures, like insects basically. Again, don't know. Might be talking out of my ear, which wouldn't surprise you, would it? So, shut up, Dave, as we've already recited several times. Right, I know I've kind of just dabbed on the front of the drawers, so I'm going to stick something to the front of the drawers. What it is, I don't know. It might just be some kind of advertising or that sort of thing. Where's this? Where do these go? In here. But it'll be something. So, now we've done that, let's get to the bit that we are all here for, and that's to cover the surface of this. So, covering the frontages, not the frontages, sorry, the side panels and the bottom and the base. It's all about the base, no treble. Right, first of all, let's cut something for the top. So we're going to have this on the top. Should we go for this, or shall we use that? It's not the same, though. I mean, it's got elements of the same. There's no elephants, Dave. I don't think it's going to give me anything more if I do it like that. No, we're going to use this, and we will put this on the top. And I can't remember how big that is, so I shall. Oh, have exciting! I'm going to quickly show you this, but I have a new cut card because I couldn't find the other one. So I've got a different colour for speed up, for changing speed. So I'll quickly flash that. If I've cut it out, it's because I'm, nothing other than a well-trained monkey or a performing seal. Right, oh no, what was I doing? I was measuring it, wasn't I? Measuring it. So it is roughly, because it's gone a little bit bigger now. We've got. I was thinking, do I want an overhang? But no, because that would limit my access to the top drawers. So no. I'm going to have it the right size, which is there, which is obviously, of course, it's not going to be one of them, an actual easy figure, is it? So it's 1, 2, 3, whatever they are, 16ths. Yeah, 3/16 shorter than 5. So that would be 4 and 13/16. Oh my gosh. How on earth do people measure in those sizes? 13/16. Right, okay. 4 and 13/16. So that is, so it's 3 off. That's all I need to do then, isn't it? That's 1, 2, 3 off the thing, and then I need to do the same again on here. Right, where is the 4? Did I just say it was 4? It was definitely 4, and yeah, almost 5. So where's the 5? I'll get that straight there. There's the 5. We go to there. Put that. That should be the right way there as well. What am I doing? No. Do it that way. I should have come far enough down without cutting into the rest of it, because I don't know how much of this I'm going to need. And I did only take one measurement, which is silly. Should have measured the other way as well. There we go. What I'm trying not to do is cut into the rest of it, because I don't know how much of that I'm going to need. So that is going to go on there. And hopefully it will be right. Oh, it's right like that. That's all it needs to be, is right. That's fine, we'll do that then. So I'll stick that on. I'm not even going to mess around with that. I'm just going to stick that straight down. Oh, no. No, actually, I'm not. So I'm thinking, if I wanted to kind of just curve that over the top and curve it over the bottom, just so that it doesn't just end. I don't know how curvy it gets. There's only one way to find out. Right. So, how big are these? So we need the panels to be... Oh, of course. Why? Why? Delilah. My. I don't know. There to there. Oh, that's like 2 inches. Do I go 2 inches? Yeah, do 2 inches and then say 2 by... So if I cut it to 2 by 3.5, that gives me a little bit of a bend. What is it actually? By 3 and 3/16. Yeah, so I'll go 3.5 by 2. How am I going to get out of there? 1. So 1 in the width ways. What's this? I can do more obviously that way. No, actually no, that bit might be alright actually. So let's just cut 2 inch pieces. What am I doing trying to work out which way around I need that? There you go. Like that. So I'm going to go 2 inches wide. I don't know how that's going to cut. Does it cut okay? Because it's wood. I really should have wanted to cut the top bit. But I can't see the 2 inches that way. Okay, I'm going to do that piece then as well. That's 2 inches there, isn't it? 2, right, let's just check that these are going to fit before I start getting all giddy. They are. Will it? I don't think it's going to bend. I don't think you can score it because it's actually wood. Oh well, I'll just cut off the extra excess. The extra excess? Extra, read all about it, excess. I'm going to cut this to 2. So if it's any better cutting it face with the face up. And if we go, how long did we want this? Did we say, was that 2.5? How big do we actually need it? I'm not going to curve it round. I'm not going to curve it round because I think, yeah, it's 3 and 3. Whatever they are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 3/8. 3 and 3/8. 3. Oh, this is where it gets silly. So that's the 3 mark. Where's the 3/8 on there? Is that mark? Hopefully. That's sort of long enough, or is it not long enough? Oh no, that's fine. Yep, 3 and 3/8. 3 and 3/8, which is that first. Is it the first line? No, it's the second line, that one. Right. So let's cut those other 2 pieces down. They're both the same size, aren't they? No, that's the longer one. That's both the same size. Yes, they are. So let's cut these down to 3 and 3/8. Now we've decided how we're going to do it, so it's all right. I'm allowed to change my mind. It's my project. It's my project, and I'll cut it if I want to. Cut it if I want to. Cut it if I want to. You would cut it if it was your project. or maybe not. Please don't ask. Obviously, sanity hasn't come to me over Christmas. Santa came, but sanity didn't. Honestly, I don't know who I am and where I am half the time. So the fact that I'm making any I was going to say the fact that I'm making any kind of sense, but I don't think I am I? Right, I need to work this bit out. Yes, Dave. So we want. How am I going to do this? Because I will need it to have an edge. Oh, I tell you what. This is the time to. How do I gauge it? I use a gauge. That's how I do it, Dave. Excuse me. Engage the gauge. Do do do. So, of course you would be. Well, now let's say millimeters. That's why. Let's go to inches. Can we change it to inches? Does it work? And no, why would it work on inches? Because it just won't press. Can we go like that and then press that? No. The inch thing does not work. Oh, well, it was a cheap thing, so what do you expect? Is it going to help me then? I'm trying to work it out in inches. 8.5 millimeters. Oh, I could cut 8.5 on this, couldn't I? So it's just, 8.5 is that going to be big enough? Yeah, so let's measure this. 4 and, it's the same, isn't it? 4 and 13/16. I thought we were doing it all in centimetres now, Dave. No, we're going to do 4 and 13/16. What do I want to measure? What do I want to cut first? I want to cut this bit first in the millimetre bit. That's what I need to do first. So 8.5 millimetres is not an easy measurement, so we might have to make it 9 millimetres because I don't have lines for 0.5 of a millimetre on here. Oh, that's cut to the right. Oh no, is it? There or thereabouts. That's fine. Let's go to 9 millimetres there. Put that on there. And then cut that and see if that's going to be right. I put that on there. It's a little bit. I think 8 would have been better. We can't have it so it impedes the draw. Are we going to put it on feet though? If we're putting it on feet, what feet are we going to use? I don't know. Do we want it on feet? Or do we want it flat? Or do we want to put another piece of grey board on it? Which is easier? Cutting this is probably easier. Let's go 8 instead of 8.5. Sorry, 8 instead of 9. Let's try that. So that's 8 millimetres. Oh, 8 millimetres is fine. Right, okay, we're going to use 8 millimetres. So I'm not trying to cut a millimetre off that. Nope, not today. Nope, not happening. So that's in the right place. That's nice and square. Do that. Is that also fine? Check them all as you go. Yep, that also fits. Do I get confident and just go for it? Or do I check? Let's check, Dave. Yep, that also works. And then the last one. there. There. To there. Cool. Yeah, that's great. So now I just need to cut these down to being the right length, because they are a little bit over, I think. I think I should put the two sides on first, either side first, and then do the other side, because I'll have made it a little bit thicker by having this on it. So yeah, let's cut this to the right size first. So I want, I don't know, I don't even know how to measure this. I need to cut what off it. I'm cutting, is that 3mm? It is. No, that's inches though. 3 3mm? No, it's a little bit shorter than 3mm. So it's actually whatever they are. 30/2 of an inch. Oh my goodness. Why? 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 Right, let's try something else. Let's flip that over. Let's use a pencil. Let's cut that bit off like that. That's where I'm going to cut it, to there, rather than trying to make a measurement. No, and I'm not even going to cut it with that. I'm going to cut this, do it all by hand. And then if it's not right, I only have myself to blame. It's alright, I've got loads of stuff. Why have I still got my gloves on? I don't know. Like I'm part of the forensic team. Should we take these off? Yes, because my hands are very sweaty now. Right, so put that on there. Yep, that one fits. Okay, so that's going to fit there. I'm just going to glue it, I think, because otherwise if I put it down, come back to it, I might not get the right side and it might not be exactly the right fit. So I shall just put that on there. Now the problem is, because it's the side of the grey board, it's much more porous. Not a porpoise. Oh, shut up. The insanity. I'm looking for something to spread it with. Bit of, oh, that's a nice bit of paper. Don't use that, Dave. And me trying to be a frugal crafter, I like pick up bits of paper and just go, oh, that's nice. Right. Let's spread it out. Give it a chance of gluing it all down. And then get that stuck on there quick before it dries. Alas, I don't want to run my finger across it again because I nearly got a splinter from it as it is, because it is actual wood, like I say. So I'm going to pop it down like that and give it a press. Don't have anything to clamp it with. I could do with a clamp. But that's fine. That's good. I like that. Let's do this side. And we're going to put that on as well, so that's in the right place. We'll flip that over as well, and we'll put a line on it. We like a project to start January with, don't we? We're going to cut this off. So I don't know how long this video is going to be, but you know, it's as long as it is. How long does it take to make a little set of wooden drawers? Right, is that right? I'll put that right up to that edge and up to that edge. That's a slight overhang. Does that have a slight overhang? No. No, not really. Yeah, it's got like a I can't even tell you how big that is. It's like that much that you probably can't even see that. It's just a tactile measurement rather than an actual measurement. Yeah, that's fine now. Right, again, let's put this on. Get it nicely covered. I realise I'm probably using more glue than most people would, but like I say, it's porous, and we want it to. If it's going to soak in, we don't want it all to soak in. We need it to still glue this bit down. I'll pop that on there. Put that on. Flip it over and then press it down. Yeah, good. Okay, so now we can do the sides because it might be slightly longer now because of them. Or we put some kind of a kick corner on it, you know, like some kind of a metal ornament or something. I'm going to do that. Cut that bit off. Don't know whether that's the same side. It'll do. It fits. Does it fit? It catches slightly. Let's see this side. Put that on there. Still catches slightly. I shall just trim it a little bit more, but like again, it's another like tiny fraction. Tiny bit of catching. Let's get it on right on this end. Tiny, tiny, tiny. Don't even know whether I can cut that amount off. Right, just try again. This is the problem when you're trying to be perfect. Oh, that's better. Oh, slight. I'm happy. I'm happier with that. Hang on, that wasn't even on that corner. Oh, it's fine. I'm not terribly. I'm not sticking out as much as it was, and I'm not going to worry about it. It's not about perfection. It's about the process, Dave. Again, spread that out. This side is really sucking the glue out quickly. Let's get that stuck, Dave. Got a slight hangover on this bit here, but I think it'll be fine when it's kind of stood. I will make sure that that is the bit that faces down, or I might try and shave it off. I won't try it now. Or, oh, I could file it off, couldn't I? Right, and then this is the last piece to go on, so we want that to go right up to that corner, like that. And then up to there. Flip that over. And we need it to be the other side of that line. Can't even see that line. What the heck? I think that line is. slight, but not worth worrying about. So the reason that I decided to make it how I decided to make it, as though it belonged in an old department store kind of counter. I was watching over Christmas, as you do, BBC Archives, and there was the Christmas party from, well, there were a few. There was one from the 70s, one from the 60s, and I watched one, I think it was one from the 60s, and it was about a department store that were going on their Christmas party. And I was just looking at the store and just thinking, oh, do you remember when stores looked like that, when they were like all about the service and not about the self-service, all about the service and looking after the customer, and those were the days. Anyway, so I got quite nostalgic, as you do, or maybe you don't, or maybe it's just me. I mean, like, you know, I'm of an age that where nostalgia means something to me. Sorry, I'm just going to put, I know this has had alcohol ink on and all sorts now. I'm just going to put a dab of this across this top edge, so you can't see the edge of the cardboard, the laminated cardboard, or whatever it is, veneered cardboard. Because where I've cut it, it's left like a lighter colour edge. I can always make it a bit darker as well across the base. It would have got darker, wouldn't it? Wear and tear, etc. Dancing with wear and tear in my eyes. No, Dave. So yes, that's where it came from. The idea to make it like because there was like a kind of set of the chest of drawers. It was in black and white, and I didn't know what colour it was, but I imagined it to be like I've made here, because they always were. So if you buy antique display cases and things, they're always from, you know, if they came from a department store, certainly from a British department store, they would have been, you know, from the Victorian period. Oh yeah, that's cool. You wouldn't know it. I mean, like, just looking at the edge, you wouldn't know that that wasn't a piece of wood, would you? I think I might just do that on this edge as well. Because, you know, why not? If you can, why not? Yeah, that's the bit where it just stands a bit proud, and I wondered if I could. Oh, what have I got? Oh, yeah, there we go. So this is my toy from last year that Vic bought me, one of my many things that he buys me for my, except for me, this little sanding wheel has just kind of slipped down. Kind of just sand it back, and so yes, I love that little tool. Oh yeah, that's definitely made it less. Yep, that's cool. I like that. Let's maybe get it right on my nose, but never mind. Bit of that on there. A bit of this on here. Just got it's now. I've kind of shaved off the wood, so it's kind of looks like a bit of cardboard on the edge, but get rid of that. Oh, that's perfect, actually. That's made it nice and smooth. Obviously, not as smooth. These edges aren't as smooth, but that edge is nice and smooth now. I won't bother with the rest of it, though. So, okay. So that's the base. So that's going to go on there. It's a little bit bigger. In fact, it is a little bit bigger. So what I will do is I will ink the edges. Let's ink this edge up, so that they, well, let's just do it like this, Dave. Make it really dark so you can't see that it's not wood. I mean, these are old. I've had them a few years now, but I love these. They don't do them like this anymore, so I'm glad I've got them. So, okay, there we go. So that's gonna be the base. That's gonna go on there. Oh yes. Oh, it's starting to look like a proper piece of furniture, and I really like it. I feel like it might need a thicker thing at the top. No, I think I'm just gonna go. I was thinking that would look really nice on the top, as the, and then having that on the top of there. Oh dear, I managed to get that stained. Oh well, it's been there 100 years. 100 years. I mean, it does look good like that, doesn't it? What should I do with a drunken sailor early in the morning? I don't know. But if I do that, I don't have a base for here. I like it though. I think that's what I'm going to do. Right, let's just see if that fits on there, because if it doesn't, then that's decided for me, hasn't it? No, it doesn't fit that way. It sort of fits that way. What am I going to do, Dave? You going to do that? I feel like I will regret it if I don't. Yeah, I'm going to do that. It's no longer the plinth, it's the work surface. So I'm going to glue this down before I make any other changes to the plot. It's a late plot change. But you know what I mean? You know when like you've set your mind to something and you just can't get away from that thing, then that's how it is. Well, we're allowed to change our mind. We are the artist at the end. We are the artist. We are the children. No. We are the world. No, Dave, stop singing it. Making your own lyrics up. But yeah, when you kind of have an idea in your head and you start out with it, and if it changes, you're just changing your route. It's like if you went for a walk and you decided, look, we can go a different direction, nobody's going to come at you and say you can't do that. Is it that way around that I put that? I think it was. I mean, it fits nicely on there. Oh yeah, it's got to happen. That is brilliant. I love that. I love the way that's turned out. Right, I'm going to put a brick on it. I'm going to move it over here. Put a brick on it to make it get it full bonding. What are we going to do with the base? Right, let's worry about that shortly. Let's get these sorted, Dave. So I'm just going to ink the edges of these so that you can't see that they've got cardboard. That they're just stuck to cardboard, I mean. And then we'll stick these on here. I mean, we've still got the fronts of the drawers to do, so this might end up being another part 2 Finish It Friday. So I think we're expecting a lot to happen in one. Or I might just show you what I did with it. I mean, it depends. Depends on whether you want to see it, whether you want to see the process video, or you want to just see the finished result. But I'm going to put that on there. I don't have another brick. Oh, I do have another brick, but I think the other brick is a little bit heavy. Let's just flip that over and do this side whilst that side is gluing. Right, I want it to be lined up with that edge, but also not impede on that drawer. Does it impede it? Just a tad. Is that better? That's better. Is that okay there? Yeah, that feels better there. Cool. Okay, so flip that over and do this side. Again, we want to ink it. We'll do this colour. This is what happens when I get into the crafty thing. So sometimes when I know what I'm making, I know how long it'll take me. But when I don't have an objective in mind. I mean, the objective was to finish it, but obviously when I don't know what it is I'm going to do, then it ends up being a little bit different. And if you go off piste, you've just got to expect that you're probably not going to be able to do it at the same time as you'd planned to. Normally I plan for an hour, but I'd rather have it finished the way I want it than just finished. I think that's okay. I think that's stuck now. Right, okay, so that one definitely needs to be pressed down. Oh, I've lost me dauber now. Ness and dauber. No. It's there. Got it. Lucky you didn't have to listen to that song. Because you don't want me hitting those notes, they'll hit me back. So, oh look, it's not glued at the bottom now. Just gonna be naughty, aren't you? Yes, you are. Right, I could do with something. It's almost like I could do with a little brick. I need a small brick on there. A briquette. Oh, a briquette. There are such things, but they're not very heavy, are they? Briquettes. Oh, my hands are filthy. I've just wiped my face with them. Then I wonder why I'm spotty. Well, I haven't seen a dermatologist yet, but whenever I see a dermatologist and they say, well, what do you think's triggering your rosacea? Well, it could be all the ink that I wipe across my face all the time. And why is that? Why do you do that? Well, I don't intend to, but you need to be able to have a brain to remember that you've got inky fingers and not to wipe them across your face. But I do not have a brain. If I only had a brain. Oh well, I'm neurodivergent and therefore I have other superpowers. I might not have a brain, but I've got other superpowers. I know it's very jarring with the white draw fronts, but I think we'll definitely sort that out. Like I say, might be another video coming for this, because I think we do need to do maybe a base, maybe not quite so thick as the top, but I'm not changing my mind on that now. I'm definitely going to leave that for the top. I'm sure you were all shouting, oh no, that looks much more like it's meant for the top. And we're on the same wavelength at the end of the day, aren't we? We're all crafters. I mean, I could put a skirted bottom on it, so it's not as. So I only need a certain amount of card, and then I could have a skirted bottom. So that's where the bottom overhangs. The front panel overhangs more than the. Yeah, don't know. like you have at the bottom of your kitchen cabinets. Anyway, Dave, shut up. I can't explain it because I am not. What was it? Carpenter. What am I not? I don't know. What am I? I don't know that either. So I love how this is turning out, though. Doesn't that look gorgeous? Right, okay, I think that should be bonded. The name's Bond. Brook Bond. Shut up, Dave. And that's going to go on there. Oh my gosh, that looks amazing. Am I being silly to like think that looks amazing? No, I hope you think it does too. I love it. Oh, that's going to have to just go on there. I don't want to do it in any other way. Right, it does need some darker ink here so that you can't see the, you know, the colour change. Oh, but we've decided we can't do that, can we? Because that's the top of that Matchbox. Let's go with a darker colour on this. Look at me mixing my inks like I'm in a chemistry experiment. Let's go with that. I mean, let's hope alcohol and water don't react with each other. Well, they won't, Dave, because they're alcohol and water. It's not like you're mixing two random chemicals, is it? I just don't want to get too much on that front. But I want it to just darken down so you can't see that. Should have done this guess before I didn't realise you'd be able to see it. Well, let's face it, at the start I wasn't even putting it on here, so. It's just if you can see at the top edge, you can see, sometimes you can just see the matchbox, the side of the matchbox sticking out, so that's what I'm trying to just get rid of. The top edge of the matchbox, I mean. Yep. Well, yeah, that's working out alright, I think. And, you know, it's, like I say, it might not be perfect, but it'll be perfect for me. And another sense of achievement. I've done something. And that's all we need sometimes, is permission to make mistakes. And giving you the permission to make mistakes, or to give it a go, or see how it works out. Oh, I love that. Yes, yes, yes. That's going on there. I'm putting that on. Don't care now. I'm going to make sure it's got a decent amount though, so that it attaches. I know this is more than I would normally use, but I want to just make sure it stays on there. Sorry for holding it very close to me while I was doing that. It's just, it gives me less arm ache when I'm holding it close than holding it in camera. I'm going to put that on there. Like that. And again, we will put that on top. Okay, right, let me just move some stuff. I can't remember what I said for the base. How big? I want to make sure that stays. So that's stuck that way. Let's go that way. Cutter's fallen over. Okay, right. I think we are going to leave this video here. I might make an extra little video to put in. In fact, I'll probably make an extra little video. That's probably what we'll do. So anyway, I shall leave this here, and watch out. I will, if I've done the video before this goes live, I will link it in the description. The extra video, I will do it as an extra video. That's what I will do, just so that everybody can get a bit closure, but also those people who aren't interested in it can have something new in their lives on next Fridays. Finish it Friday. So yeah, there we go. So thank you so much. Thank you for being here. My name is Dash of Dave. Please do give it a like, a share, a follow, a thumbs up, whatever you want to do. And I will see you all in the next video. Don't forget, I love you all without exception. Until you give me a reason not to. So don't give me a reason not to, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care, folks. Lots of love. Lots of hugs. And I'll see you soon. Bye. Bye.